and everything he cherished, including the girl, would be destroyed first. To prove his point, the priest slashed her with his claws. But then blood sprayed in every direction, and the girl's eyes widened in shock. The blood was not hers. It was the Goblin Chief's. His severed hand hit the ground with a thud. He never got the chance to carry out his threats. Linton stood up. He had recovered, or rather, he had pretended to be poisoned. He used the act to lower the chief's guard. Thanks to the system, he already knew their plan. Everything had been orchestrated perfectly. The Goblin Chief clutched his mangled arm, unable to understand how everything had gone so wrong. Linton simply laughed at him. The real fool had been the chief all along. The desperate monster attempted a last-ditch spell, transforming his bone staff into a weapon and lunging forward. But the attack was sloppy. Linton dodged easily. Off balance, the chief left himself completely exposed. Linton seized the opening and unleashed a powerful slash across his neck. The chief's head rolled across the ground. The tribe stared in terror, fearing they would be next. But Linton had no intention of slaughtering them. He walked to the center of the village and declared loudly that he was now the new leader. He promised them glory, wealth, and raids against humans and elves. From now on, there would be no shortage of meat and no shortage of women, and no one would underestimate goblins again. The tribe erupted in celebration, dancing and cheering as they hailed Linton as the greatest leader they had ever seen. To solidify his rule, Linton pointed to the corpse of the old chief and offered it to them. At first they hesitated, but their greed quickly overcame them. They tore into the raw meat, devouring their former leader without a second thought. That was the nature of goblins. Those with power were revered. Those without it were expendable. And now, these ruthless creatures would follow Linton in his quest for vengeance now that the goblin tribe was under his control. Linton created a plan. He would capture more female elves and produce a stronger, more advanced generation of goblins. But he had no idea that someone was watching. Hidden behind the bushes, an elven scout observed everything. What she saw was deeply alarming. She immediately decided to carry this information back to the elven village. Under the moonlight, moving through trees and strange wooden homes, the scout finally reached a large structure. She stopped in front of it. This was the house of the elven clan princess, Kasana. A guard was relieved to see her return, but Kasana ignored him and rushed inside. The guard anxiously tried to stop her, worried she might see something she wasn't supposed to. Inside,